You with a man for 5 to 10 years with no ring. You are not his dream girl. He's still out there looking for his wife.
Facts. And the one that he won't, he gonna marry her ass within 1 to 6 months when he get with her. He's dragging your ass through the mud, you giving him everything you can for nothing. Cause he can, a clean slate. He gonna walk his ass away, his happy ass, with some other girl and leave you stuck and hurt. Save all of that drama and deal with it the right way. The hell he waiting on anyway? The world to end before he marry you? Get it right, ladies.
Black women specifically.
Speaking of.
When black women speak up, it's like somehow, some way, it's like when black people, but black women speak up, it's like they have to now give their whole resume before you believe them. It's like you're kind of, before you even know anything, you're like, you're crying wolf. But why do we do that? Like, why do we not stand behind them in the beginning versus coming behind them when all the facts come out and now it's like, my bad, so I should have believed you in the first place?
Exactly.
No, like when they speak out, they're not doing it for their health. Like, get behind them, like they get behind us as a black community, like they get behind the LGBTQ community. I feel like black women always are die hard no matter what, and they fight for you like it's their own fight.
One thing I'm really starting to notice is that a lot of older men are starting to give bad relationship advice to younger men. And they're setting them up for future failure and misery, bro. Like, this red pill shit has taken off so far that you got motherfuckers in their 50s and 60s talking about fucking dump these women, bro. What women are you fucking and dumping at 60, 70 years old, bro? That's what I'm trying to figure out, bro. Like, y'all really be shitting on relationships like you got a plethora of options when you 60, 70, 80 years old, bro. And you always want to say, well, a lot of women go for older men. When women say they go for older men, they're talking about like 10 years max, bro. So if you're fucking 20, the max that most women are gonna date at a 20-year-old age is 30. That's the max, bro. Women ain't talking about being 25 dating a fucking 55-year-old man, bro. There's not that many women out here looking for sugar daddies, bro. It's not as crazy as social media makes it. A lot of these women make more money than most men, especially when it comes to the black community. So not all these women is looking to date older men. And it's fucking insane because a lot of these young dudes is literally taking this shit in and being like, yeah, I'm gonna be fucking hoes till I'm 60. Bro, what? Do you fucking hear yourself, bro? Do you hear yourself, bro? You're gonna need a mechanical heart to keep up with these women at 60 years old. Like, stop giving these young dudes bad advice, bro. I grew up in a family full of successful black marriages, bro. And like I said before, I don't even know if I want to get married. But that's my own personal reason. It's not because I'm out here and I don't trust women or something. I just don't know if marriage is something that suits me and does it even make sense. But to be out here giving all these young men bad advice when it comes to women, bro, is fucking insane, bro. Like, it's abnormal for a man to want to start a family as they get older, bro. Nobody is going to be spending the rest of their life running around chasing women. Even if you're not married, you at least going to have one main chick that you fucking with and have a kid with at an older age, bro. You're not going to be sitting around here running around blowing money and going out to eat and doing all this crazy dating shit at fucking 55, 65 years old, bro. You're not gonna be able to keep up. Most dudes can't even keep up with women their own age. What make you think that you're gonna be able to keep up with women at 55, 65? The fact that a lot of these older men really got a lot of these young dudes brainwashed to the point to where they think they're gonna be able to run around and fuck hoes all the way up until they 65, 70 years old is fucking delusional as fuck, bro. It's really fucking insane. Stop giving these young men bad advice and setting them up for future loneliness and failure when it comes to women and relationships, bro. You're gonna have a lot of motherfuckers dying alone for no reason because they thought you knew what the fuck you was talking about.
I see a lot of men get on here and talk about how women are gold diggers and all they care about is money and material possessions they can derive from you, about your status, what you can do for them. They don't even care about the humanity or the person underneath or the connection or what the fuck ever. Well, let me tell you something. I know a plethora of men out there who don't have a fucking job to speak of, who are sleeping on their homie's couch. They don't have a damn car or mode of transportation besides a pair of Lamborghinis. They don't have a 401k. It doesn't fucking exist. The savings account is empty. The checkings account is one Big Mac away from an overdraft fee. All the while, they still have a girl waiting for them. they still have managed to find a girl that's posting them to their story every day talking about, that's mine, that's my man, that's my ride or die. He doesn't have a car and he's her ride or die, and how she wouldn't trade him for the world. So I don't know what you fellas are doing wrong, because I see a lot of these men, big, small, tall, short, black, white, what the fuck ever, who somehow manage to build a connection with a woman that is more than whatever money they have in their bank account or whatever they're physically bringing to the table. You really have to think to yourself about who the women you are after actually are. Are these women who are even worth your time? Because it seems a lot of you men, and I have you caught, because what you really want is a woman who's checking all your own physical attributes. You want a girl who has a size 2 waist, 2% body fat, but all the right curves in all the right places, and knows exactly how to suck your little ding dong. And you want a girl who's in the gym 5 days a week. You want a girl who gets her hair done every Friday. A girl who has perfect skin, has all these nice clothes, and steps out of the house and just makes you a proud man. Just had a complete fucking trophy wife. That's exactly what you want. Well, guess what all that shit costs? Money. Why do you think that those types of women care about how much fucking money you have? Because they quite literally need money to provide you with the very thing you want from them. Maybe you should take a bit of your own advice and look past the surface level of what a woman can provide to you physically. Look at the things she can provide to you internally, the things that are coming from her heart and from her spirit, the person she is inside, because that's what a relationship is. It's a connection. It's not a what can you do for me sort of it's what can I do for you and what can we do together? What can we build as a unit? That's what a fucking relationship is. It's not any of this shallow bullshit that you see all these fucking men with podcasts regurgitating on the internet. That's not really what a relationship is. I'm very sorry. Because when you find a real love and a connection in a person that you care about, that you would do anything for, that would do anything for you, that shit is priceless. And there's no amount of zeros in a bank account.
A lot of us will ask black women. A lot of us will ask black women, where's your father? Black men, where are our fathers? Where are our fathers? A lot of black men will ask black women, where are your fathers? Black men, where are our fathers? Where are they? Right? Because the reality of the situation is that a lot of our fathers are lost. Even if they are there, they are lost in the sauce of the patriarchy, and they are lost in the sauce of toxic masculinity. And the reason why I know is because a lot of y'all espouse the same beliefs without looking at where it is that your father is. Where's your father? Do you really want to walk the same path that this man walked? Where's your father? Do you want to be a different type of man, or do you want to be the same man in a different form? Where's your father? Do you find solace in the men who do you the same way that your father did, or do you find solace in the men who bring you the warmth that you need as a man? Where's your father? And do you have the capacity to be a better father than your father was to you? Where's your father? Right?
I want to address something that my good sister made in a video on my Instagram. She VG, so anyway. But I want to start first and foremost by saying fuck TD Jakes. You see, TD Jakes made a sermon where he excoriated black women for being masculine, which is an argument I've heard from a lot of black women throughout my black men throughout my motherfucking life, that black women are unapproachable, they're angry, and they're masculine. You misspelled, we leave our black women to raise our children and walk the fuck away, so therefore they have to be both father and mother to children that we don't want, but it's their fault. If black women are anywhere near masculine, it's because they've had to take the role of a lot of black men. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And for motherfuckers like TD Jakes to sit up in his $1 million motherfucking church, in his multi-million-dollar pulpit, in his fucking $1,000 suit, and try to talk down on black women is a bit, I don't know, fucking stupid. My mother wasn't masculine. My father walked the fuck out and she had to raise 4 fucking small children and a teenage older daughter alone. She wasn't masculine. She was forced into a position to have to be both mom and dad to 5 fucking kids. If there are traits about black women that black men don't like, you need to look beyond what you're it's distasteful. She ain't feminine. That's your rationale for dating white women or Latino women or whatever the fuck. Black women are too masculine because they were put in positions that they had to be. And if you can't respect the hustle, if you can't respect the grind, then why don't you shut the fuck up? A lot of these motherfuckers that are saying this shit were raised by single mothers. Those single mothers had to be nurturer, disciplinarian, nurse, teacher. They had to take on traits that were forced on them because a lot of these motherfucking men walked. And while you're sitting around talking about how non-feminine black women are, please understand that there are women across the fucking spectrum who have all been put in that same goddamn position. But only you raggedy back, no good, two-faced motherfucking black men have the goddamn gall to put your fucking nuts on to talk shit about black women when they're doing the fucking job that a lot of you sick, sorry-ass motherfucking black men walk the fuck out on. Watch your mouth. Respect the queen.
Us black dudes, a lot of us don't like black girls, right? You ever heard the term, if it ain't snowing?
But you mean us? Bro, you are literally sitting in that car by yourself. Don't try to implicate everybody else in your bullshit, talking about some we. But I feel like you done gone too far because you didn't say that you don't prefer to date black girls. You said you don't like black girls. You said the black girls are the bottom of the barrel? You think it's cool to say something like that? To go that far and be that disrespectful? So when it comes to my grandma, my mom, my aunts, my sisters, my daughters, in your eyes, they just bottom of the barrel. I mean, these people look like you. They are you. Why do you hate yourself that much? How are you gonna lump every black woman in for the hate that you have for your mama? Do you notice there ain't nobody in the car with you co-signing that bullshit? I mean, really, you didn't have to say none of this. You could have just went on and been happy with Snowy, whoever, and you just went right to Snow, skipping over any other nationalities or ethnicities. I know you got a problem. I mean, it's a problem with yourself. It's a problem with some black woman you were close to in your family. I mean, you really sound like a serial killer right now. Because it's not normal just to hate women or not like them and think that they're bottom of the barrel. That's not normal, bruh. I mean, you have to make better choices. What black girls were you choosing? Or was it that they weren't choosing you because they just couldn't get with the fact that you still have a jerry curl? Unless you made this TikTok post in the 80s. Let me see. No, lose your ass sitting in the car by yourself alone. Isolated. Taking your frustrations out on a whole race of people like a Nazi. Like I said, serial killer vibes. I need you to fix this one, homeboy, because you tripping. Meaning next time, speak for yourself. Don't say no we, or that is us. That's you. You're not gonna find nobody to get in that lonely ass car with you and co-sign this bullshit. I guarantee. And where's your snow bunny at? I don't even see her. You can't even get that. She don't even want your sorry ass because you sound stupid and weak. I'm just saying, don't be no black man getting on this platform disrespecting no black woman. Not like that. Especially if your hair looked like Ronnie DeVoe when New Edition first came out. That may be part of the problem, no game. I just think you got a little one and you think a black woman gonna make fun of you. But she not. It's the snow bunny that's gonna be disappointing when she see your little D. Look, I don't know what your problem is, but I know that you couldn't say that bullshit in the house that you was at. You got to leave and go sit in the car. Because you know you sound crazy as hell. And it's disrespectful to yourself, but to us as a whole. You can go be with Snow Bunny, but don't disrespect beautiful Brown.
We just look at the black girls like they at the bottom of the barrel for us, right?
I was headed to the gym, scrolling TikTok before I did, and then I saw somebody had stitched this nonsense. And I told myself I wasn't going to be sucked into this foolishness. But, bruh, I just don't have the patience for these chemically castrated dudes coming on here talking about how they just don't like black women. He said a whole lot just to essentially say that he was basic. Initially, I thought that I was going to respond with a much more tactful and intelligent response and trying to be as diplomatic as possible. But I thought it would be lost on him and whoever else thinks like this. And before anybody gets on here and tries to say, well, it's just a preference, it's not just a preference. It's programming. Because a preference is when you prefer a beard. A preference is when you prefer dreads. A preference is when you don't like bald guys. A preference, you might like skinny guys, or you might like thicker women. Preference, right? But when somebody says that they don't like or they don't date black people, that's not a preference. Because black people come in all shapes, sizes, and varieties. And we all come from we have different backgrounds, we have different attitudes. We have every type of feature imaginable. So when you use black as a standard to disqualify somebody, it's not a preference, it's programming. But what I can't figure out is why you felt the need to announce this to the world. Clearly, you have already been acting like black women don't exist, which is why you don't like them, you don't date them, etc., etc. You could have left it alone. You could have just acted and not said a word, but you had to announce to the world that you don't like black women. Why? What kind of mental gymnastics do you have to do as a black man to come out and shit on black women? I just hope and pray that in your next life, you come back as a black woman.
We interrupt this panderer to give you this message.
So you think I'm pandering because I noticed the trend, okay? The trend where people like you keep constantly coming after women that are not paying any attention to you. You have a lot of energy for people who don't fucking care about you. There's a reason for that, okay? And you want to talk about pandering, the reality is that people like Kevin Samuels and these other little idiots that you like to follow, they're pandering to you emotionally stunted, to you emotionally unavailable men who are broken, who didn't have fathers, weren't raised very well, and don't appreciate or respect or value women for anything besides the sex that you're trying to get unsuccessfully.
The math will never math.
See, the thing is, the math does math. Maybe you just lack the formula. Maybe you don't have the proper equipment to be able to solve that equation. You're trying to solve complicated equations with a little Casio calculator on your wrist. What happens is that you need the proper tools for the job. Something like a scientific calculator. Texas Instruments makes a really good device that can actually handle this. So when you step to more advanced problems like calculus or physics, maybe you'll have the proper tools for the job and you won't keep coming up short.
Ladies, the men that are grading you are degrading you. Let me say that again. The men that are grading you are degrading you. Now, this is just some big brother advice. Maybe it will resonate, maybe it won't. But stop trying to be perfect. Stop following these beauty trends that make you resemble the next woman. Your beauty lies in your individuality, not perfection. Look up the story of Jennifer Grey and her nose job, for instance. Some of you know who she is and some won't. But until then, nobody put baby in the corner until after her admittedly ill-advised nose job. Jennifer Grey was and is an attractive woman. But after her nose job, she was no longer distinguishable. And ladies, it's not a beauty contest. The right man isn't ranking you. You just have to be attractive enough for the right guy. The guy that's ranking women and comparing you to others is attracted to you at the most superficial level. And that is the kind of man that just brings pain and disappointment into your life and is the kind of man that isn't worth attracting at all. So ladies, just be the best version of you and love yourself.
Got to the point where men are expected to be damn near perfect for a woman.
I really don't think that women expect men to be perfect. Let's be honest. A lot of them have records. A lot of them have children. A lot of them don't have well-paying jobs. A lot of them can't afford a family, a house, a car. A lot of them really just can provide you with dick and that's it. So expecting a man to be perfect is almost fucking ludicrous and insane at this point. But I think what it really is that men can't handle it if women give them what they give them. Men can have the most rigid dating standards of anyone in the world and it will never be challenged. It'll be, oh, it's just a preference. He can be poor as hell with nothing to offer, but if he wants a super superstar Instagram model baddie with 6K in the bank, everyone's gonna say, well, that's just his preference. But then when women have a preference, they immediately jump into, so, oh, a man has to be perfect. I can't have stuff to work on. I can't be trying to get better. But y'all don't give that same grace to women. Y'all don't. So it's really just a two-way street.
Ladies, stop dating these men. They don't want you. They want to be you. And when they get mad at you, they act like the mad girl. They want to tear your card. They want to get you fired. They want to take your money. They call you out your name. They tell everybody you a hoe. If that man doing all that, that's a whole boy. He throwing a temper tantrum. He want his mommy. And you're not acting like his mama. You're not saying yes, you always saying no. You saying no because you're tired of him. You're tired of him whining and crying and complaining about every little thing you do, and you do your best every day. So stop dating these men and start dating yourself. Start loving yourself. Start talking to yourself. You can be your own best friend. 7 days a week, 12 months a year, 365. You can love you. Why don't you try it? Ain't no time for no dates. Ain't no time for no one night stands, one night chance, one night dance. Either you be real or you be fake. Which one you gonna be? Because you gotta know when you're tired. And it's time to
piss a lot of y'all off listening. What? But I just gotta be very honest with it. When I thought about it, I was like, wait a minute. If you in the sports, if you the leader of the team and the team loses, they gonna come at you, right? Because you the leader. You the quarterback. If we the leader of the community, and if black women are so out of control, or modern women are so out of control, then ain't that on us? Yeah. Like, didn't we drop the ball some fucking where? Because when I think about it, like, we are the least, if we're just talking about black men and black women, we are less educated than them. Yeah. And it's getting to the point where we even starting to make less money than them. Yeah. I don't think we even in a fucking position to hold them accountable. Hold each other accountable. Let them hold each other accountable. And then we kind of come back and meet in the middle.